You to uh, the one of the beautiful sections we have as a class, and I like to encourage you to be part of this class. You basically could also attend live by joining the Zoom section. At the same time, you can also um, you know watch the recorded section of the Zoom, the YouTube. You can be part of the YouTube section as well. It's quite interesting, and you're going to be happy that you did. It's a forum of meeting with individuals for the first time. Basically, it's an opportunity that we try to open up for as many as not able to relate with the exam directly, perhaps maybe because they have limited funds, or probably they are not able to, for whatever reason or the other, they are not able to have a seated class. Now, recently, or in the last 2 days, I have been specific about talking to individuals on how I want to start, or I mean, not start, but just bring down the cost, or create a discount for the cost that I actually take for evaluation of your work, or to give you a fast track towards your exams, or to have a more personal coaching section with you. In the last few days, I've been making that information known to everyone that I'm going to be lowering the costs that I take to teach you, or to coach you, or to evaluate you within a short time or long term for the Ielts exams. And recently, a few persons have taken advantage of that, while some persons are still asking questions about it. Now, this is what it is. If you want to write the IELTS exam in the next 8 days, so maybe 3 days, or in the next 5 days, or in the next 2 weeks, or maybe 4 weeks, you have a specific time you want to write the exam, and you want to have an assurance of success. We had a result yesterday that I would strongly like to, show to everyone that the next, is watching this. It was also such a lovely one, such a lovely result. Basically, it's just to let you know the strength of correct coaching. This lady wrote this exam twice. I wasn't privy to her first attempt. Perhaps she didn't want to show me, but the second attempt of her exam, I'm going to raise it with us now. The second attempt that she had when she wrote the exam was such a mind-blowing result. This was her second attempt. Massive. She got, no, that's not it. I opened the wrong result. So she had a very mind-blowing result for her second attempt, which I'm going to show you now. Yeah, this is a second attempt. Sorry, I was showing you. She had this was what she had for her second attempt. She had 8.0 in listening, 9.0 in reading, 7.0 in writing, and 7.0 in speaking. Overall band score was 8.0. Mind-blowing score. Mind-blowing. And I put a message that this is the second attempt for one of my students. If you stay, you will pass. Now, I've had students that have had some mind-blowing results. When I mean mind-blowing, I mean extremely mind-blowing results. You don't want to believe that this was my student that wrote that exam, and then they had that kind of results. You don't want to believe it, because the kind of exposure that they had before the exam compared to the kind of scores they were having it's not tallying at all. I mean, massive. And that's the reason why, you see, I don't want you to waste your time just being unsure of what is coming. I don't want you to make an assumption that, well, there's nothing there in evaluation. What is the big deal and all of that? If I'm telling you that I'm making a discount for it, you need to trust that I meant exactly what I said and that I am actually truly making a discount for it. So let me put it this way in a very simple term so that you can hear. I, the coach, again, let me start all over again. I, the coach of Mercy Crowd Academy, putting an opportunity for as many who has a fixed time for their exams between now and a specific time for coaching, for evaluation, for teaching, for whatever it is that you wanted to do. You already have a fixed time that you are writing the exam, and you really need specific help to be able to pass the exam without flinching. You really want the best. This is an opportunity you don't want to take for granted. And I'm putting it out to everyone right now. If you know anyone that is specifically hungry to get a specific score in IELTS, whether it's general or academic or even life skill, let them know that there's an opportunity out there for them to have the kind of score that they are looking for. It's not a scam. I've had to train a number of persons, and I'm moving up to the fourth year. My first student in Ielts was trained November 2019. She's in the UK. I have many students all over the UK. I have many students all over the US. I have students over Canada. I have students in Australia. I have students from outside of Nigeria that have, trained for this IELTS. And have also recommended me to some other students. My students keep recommending other people. So I'm throwing this out to you because I want you to be a part of this opportunity. Do not make a mess of it. What do you need to do to contact me? Or just there's a link that I will put up with this video. Just click on that link. You'll be able to speak to me directly. Come up and have the best opportunity you can ever have for an IELTS student. I don't train you to pass IELTS alone. I train you to pass IELTS that will come in the I that is not IELTS that will come in the form of IELTS after IELTS. You don't understand that though, but you can always think about it later. But truly speaking, you don't want to make a mess of this opportunity. And you don't want to keep your friends waiting. You don't want to get them, to be in suspense of how they can become the best. And that's the reason why I want you to be part of it. All right. Having said all of this, I want to quickly move on to talk about the strategy. How do you do well in your listening? What's the secret for which you can do well in listening and in speaking? And now I actually, find people, say that speaking is not a big deal. Once you get to the front of the examiner, just start speaking and then you're fine. But I have found students fail speaking before. In fact, I had a student in 2021, December, that came to me specifically for speaking reasons. In 2022, December, she came to me for speaking reasons, and she had a week training. And after she had the exam, she actually did very well in the speaking exam. Now you wonder, so can speaking be that notorious? Yes, it could be. And you see, if you attend to it casually, you may not actually get the kind of score you are looking for. That's the truth about speaking. Speaking can be dicey. And so you don't want to treat it from a casual perspective and just say, well, I'm fine. This was the video that the lady sent when she passed the exam eventually. I want to try and see if I could, if my Zoom can catch this. I just wanted you to see that speaking could appear funny while you are thinking that
Remember when I noticed that I was struggling with the speaking part of my
Speaking, yeah, speaking.
I told a friend about it.
That's right. That's right.
Class
Yeah,
for a week.
for a week, 1 week.
Exam.
And look at our score. That was a score.
Results came. That's why
I don't know if you can see that.
so much impact. It's
7.5. So 5. So so there is a specific. There's a specific training or skill you need to pass speaking. You see, it's not just a general thing. I'm going to share 2 of it today, and then I'd like you to, master. Number 1 is the capacity to enter into the exam hall with a relieved with a relieved sense of self or relieved mind. Now, there are many ways you can do this, but I recommended one way for my students. And I told somebody yesterday that it was going to be a bit funny. I recommended the specific way for my students, and that way is capacity to laugh out loud. Now, most people don't understand what that means, so they really probably just think, oh my, what does that mean? Now, before you go for your speaking test, it is important for you to go with a state of mind that is free. Let your mind be light. And one of the things you can do to go in that state is that you create a scenario where you can relieve your mind. And how do you do that? Go find a toilet or find a secret place where people are not there. You lock yourself up there. Take a deep breath. As you are coming out of that deep breath, you come out with a loud laughter. Not a smile, no, loud laughter. So you go in, come out. And that looks funny to somebody. But no worries. That is exactly what I taught my students to do. Many did it and passed. In fact, I can tell you this, that there was no one that did this thing I'm saying that failed speaking. Because as you take a deep breath and you're coming out, there is a kind of air pressure on your mind that you offload the moment you begin to laugh out loud. Again, take a deep breath. And as you're coming out, don't just come out you come out with a loud laughter. Now, listen, how loud you express it is how easily it goes. If you just come out, no. I remember one class we had like that, and then I asked people to do that. It was such a different manners of shapes of laughter. And many students have tried this particular thing, went into the exam hall, and they came out with a success. Laugh out loud. That's number 1. Number 2, talk to your examiner as an elderly friend. Don't talk to him as your younger brother, even if you're older than him. Don't talk to him as a colleague, even if you are the same age with him. And don't talk to him as a stranger. Elderly friend. You know those two. Elderly in the sense that you be respecting. Friend in the sense that you be informal. You don't go formal in your disposition. There's a point for formality, but your disposition should be informal. You're not going to go with a mindset of, not being able to really express yourself, relate yourself in a friendly tone. Your aesthetic, your appearance, your look, your communication do not come from the point of someone that you don't know before, or out of a fear outlook. That that freedom must be there. At the same time, speaking as an elderly person, so which means that you're not speaking to a pal. They just say, so I was just going and I just saw that. No, you're speaking as a friend. These 2 tips, I believe, is going to help you, and you will not have any reason to struggle if and when you, communicate with the Ielts exam. I believe there's somebody that is joining us in this class. I saw Lawal Ibukono. You're welcome. I expect to have more persons actually, but no worries, that's fine. If you want to interact with me, you can just ask a few questions and I'll be happy to answer your questions right away. Right away. I will be happy to answer your questions right away. You have questions you wanted to ask, and you probably, which we can talk about it. Why not just ask right away? That's Ibuku. I'm going to Ibuku now. Unmute and relate your questions quickly. We answer you immediately. Is that okay? So can I have Ibukun?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Ibukun. You are all right? I believe
sir.
you're all right. Yeah, good.
Yes, sir. I really do not have any questions, sir, because I don't know much about it, and I joined in late, so I don't have any questions yet, sir.
All right. So did you hear about the opportunity that I talked about for student individuals that want to write the exam in the next maybe few weeks, months? The subsidized class I'm trying to pull up for them. I will send the videos afresh. Hopefully, you can send that to some people that can actually give from it. I
Yes,
know
sir. I heard that.
quite a number of persons actually will benefit from that. And the truth is that people don't know the avenues for which they can join and they will pass. So they sometimes are not even confident enough to say, all right, if I join this, I'm going to be able to do it. So they don't even, let me just leave me. Let me just try my best and see if I will succeed and all that. But the truth is, you can actually attempt that exam once. I just showed the result of one of my students right now. She sent that to me
Yes, sir.
yesterday. She had 8 in listening, 9 in reading, 7, and those are kind of results I like actually. When I wrote my second attempt for IELTS, I had 9 in reading, and I love that result so much, So people can actually fail the exam once and pass. That's the truth. But people don't know. And so because they don't know, they just say, okay, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. But you don't have to see how it goes if you can do it. If you can do it once, So thank you very much for the time. I shared 2 secrets of how to pass speaking at once. I hope you watch that one later. And
Okay.
again, like I said, I'll be happy for you to also let people know there is a forum for which people can have for this exam once, pass and go. I call it pass and go,
Yes,
without
sir.
any struggle, So thank you very much for attending this section. I actually hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank
God
you very
bless
much,
you.
sir.
All right. Yeah. So everybody, bye.